Okay, so oof, I'm finally here. So this is something that I've always wanted to do for a while now. So I've always like put it on hold for some reason. I got a couple of things that I want to talk about that I've always thought about. So basically, these are just mostly my thoughts, I guess. And there is a problem like happening or just plaguing people's life these days. And one of those problems, I mean, I said there is a problem. There are problems, man, like loads of. Um, but the war between men and women, it's really dangerous, and so we see it everywhere, like in the media. Men oppressing this, men oppressing that, women being oppressed here, women are being oppressed there. It's just, I just feel like sometimes it's not like a problem that everyone should try to solve, man. Like people have their own problems, people have their own struggles, they have their own issues, and the mainstream, anything, media, music, movies, whatever it is, they just pump you guys or pump us with just problems, just dump us with problems, and we have our own problems. So what I'm going to say to that is, for the longest time in history, for the longest time on earth, for the longest time ever, men and women have made compromises to fight and to repel or whatever it is. They made compromises to fight certain external forces like diseases, famine, trouble, wars, and just annihilation. Just imagine if men and women, since the beginning of time, were always at each other's throat like they are right now. Just imagine where we will be. Probably we wouldn't even be here. So just imagine, just like in the story context, like Adam and Eve, instead of working together, imagine if they started fighting each other instead. Started saying, "Oh, you're oppressing me," oh, blah blah blah, like just making up problems that weren't even there. And probably that wouldn't have happened because there was just the two of them at that time. So there weren't any external forces like people's stupid ideas coming through the ears and such. You know how we always say, two heads are better than one. Like that statement can be used for anything. Like basically two heads are better than one. So imagine if you had two brains, you probably would think a bit, I don't know, maybe your thought process would be a bit better, I guess, I don't know. Logically, there aren't anything that anybody has ever done on their own. Maybe peeing, maybe when it comes to certain stuff like, I don't know, some really minor stuff, but what I'm talking about here is probably just the major stuff, like achievements and such. So it doesn't really matter what it is. It can be knowledge, but you don't really acquire knowledge on your own. Like you're not God, man. Like you either have to read books, go to school, or listen to someone else speak and get the knowledge from that. And there's also like you always need some external help to either push you through or to restrain you from doing certain things, or to like I said, push you through and to kind of give you guidance in how you can do certain things. And those things can be like I say, like family can be one of them, friendship, education, your family, your children, or maybe just a stranger on the road that you saw something from and you got inspired and that made you like push through, go further in life, you see. So what I'm trying to say is the issue between men and women, the way I look at it, like now, these days, bro, they just made up. Like, you hear a lot of things people say on the internet, like, they don't make any logical sense. Like, there's no logic to to whatever they say. They just say things based on feelings. That's basically what it is. Because if you do things based on feelings, you probably won't do things logically. So let's talk about focus for a minute. So that's probably a little one of the reasons why men and women are being at each other's throat right now, because people have lost their focus. Or what I can say, people have lost the purpose. So, or the meaning of life. They don't have a purpose to do anything anymore, because everything has already been done and given to you. The internet provides you with basically anything. You can probably buy anything on the internet. But back in the days, you know how I said men and women made compromises to work with each other, because way back then things weren't just out there to you. You see, you had to go and search for it. You had to go fight for it. Some still, some went and stole for it. People did what they had to do to meet ends. I don't know, to be alive, to survive. And things were harsher, but now we have just abundance, man. Like, things are just, and people now are just unhappy because no one has like a purpose anymore. No one has a focus point anymore. No one has a meaning to their own life. So, and I always, like I said, purpose and meaning, those two are basically one and the same. Purpose equals meaning, meaning equals purpose. And life is a purpose. Life is a purpose that changes between individuals, not a collective of individuals. So your life is yours, someone else's life is theirs. All you can do is probably just help or get out of the way, let them do what they have to do. So I strongly believe that an individual without purpose is a disaster in the making. So just look at it like this. Someone who has nothing to do will do anything. I hope you understand what I just said. So someone who has nothing to do will do anything, like basically anything. So when you look at it, when someone gets bored, they start doing some really weird stuff, either around the house or, I don't know. You see it a lot with people these days. They jump from one point to the next every day. Every day there's always a problem to be solved. There's always a new problem that comes up. There's always someone suffering. There's always someone complaining. And they're not complaining about themselves, but they're complaining about something else that has nothing to do with them, that has nothing even close to do with them. Well, people are bored and they have nothing to do. The individual that I'm talking about, the one that has no purpose, such individual cannot be happy in life. There's no happiness for them, because they keep jumping around. They don't want to stay still and look at what is important, look at what is directly connected to them, so that they can truly be happy. Instead, they focus on other people's problems. With themselves, they haven't actually even solved anything. How can you be happy even if you solve someone else's problem? You still have your own problem to solve. And which one is easier, solving someone else's problem or your own? I'd say your own. All right. A person like that, the only thing they can do is complain and blame others. There's really nothing for them to do but complain and blame others. So I'm going to get a little bit philosophical here. These are the thoughts that I always think about late at night, like 3 a.m. So I spoke about focus and everything in the universe. When I mean everything in the universe, that's what I believe in, has a focus point. The planets, people, plants, trees, everything. So you are a focus point. Your focus point is yourself. At least that's what it should be. But now it's being misplaced. It's being thrown around. No one can even find their own focus point, which is themselves, and they still can't find it. You see, the laws of nature does not allow for something to move in two directions at the same time. You either go that way or that way. There is no moving in both directions at the same time. You just can't do that. It's almost impossible. And I'm going to ask this question. So if the laws of nature don't allow for someone to basically focus on one point, on 2 points, how is it that we are being told to basically solve every problem on the planet? You have global warming, gender equality, whatever they're calling it, the gender pay gap, like some really illogical stuff, and they don't make sense. There are more, but these are mostly the three that people talk about. Oh, the bigger guy, racism, something that black people think runs their lives. I don't. I ain't no victim for nobody. So because people can't really find their own focus point, I believe this is the reason why many people are really unhappy. They have no purpose, they have no focus point, and everyone keeps telling them to worry about everything. How can you worry about everything but yourself and be happy? That's impossible. It just can't happen. So it is easier to walk on your own than to carry a full, let's just carry some burden on you and start walking. You'll get tired easily than if you were just walking on your own, trying to figure out the way. You see, if you're carrying all that weight on your back, first of all, you'll be slow. You'll probably be discouraged. You wouldn't want to continue anymore. It's just a disaster in the making. Yeah. No man can truly be happy if the center of his universe is not himself or his struggles. Let me try to expand on that. I will just probably expand the last part. Your struggles, it's not what I'm trying to say is not to say that you have to be selfish or anything like that. So your struggles can be relationships, money, happiness, education. It can even be some social issues, but they have to be genuine issues, like genuine struggles that you personally have to solve. But if you get a hand, then that's okay, but you have to solve them before you can truly be happy. That's the conclusion that I came up with. So it's, you know how, I don't know if you know, but I always say that salvation is individual. I cannot buy you a ticket to paradise. I can only buy my own ticket to paradise because my own deeds will decide whether I go to heaven or hell. It's not your deed. It's not your mama's deed. It's not your papa's deeds. It's not your brother's deeds. Your own deeds, son. Your own. So make sure your deeds are in order. Don't look at someone else's deeds, man. That's their deeds. Worry about your deeds. Alright. So on that note as well, life has no guidebook. Nope. Which means, as I said, you have to solve your problems on your own to truly be happy. So if life has no guidebook, guess what you have to do? Yeah, write your own guidebook. Make your own rules. But they have to benefit you. They have to make you genuinely, but they have to make you truly happy. Yo, that word almost killed me. So they have to make you truly happy. When I mean truly happy, it has to be the true essence of happiness. It shouldn't just be those quick doses of happiness you get from, let's say, Instagram when you get like 1,000 likes. That is not happiness, man. That is just some Kool-Aid to just kill your thirst for that moment, but you still need water, man. Like if you're thirsty, water is the one that will calm that thirst, you know what I mean? Like they can try, but they'll probably not be as good. So, and yeah, you have to make your own guidebook. You have to make your own set of rules, your own sets of moral rules. Otherwise, you just fall for any rule that is there. You just follow, just go wherever the wind blows, you know, which is not something that you should be doing, but people are doing it these days. You see, hashtags this, hashtag that, posting black picture this, posting red picture there, posting fist in the air, posting cancel this, posting cancel that. Like, bruh, that's not your problem. I don't really care what Donald Trump did in some caravan talking about some, I don't know, like in a private conversation, but then that became like a problem for everybody, man. Like, damn, I don't care, man. Like, chill out. I will leave you with this question. If everyone, and I mean everyone, was left to do what is best for them on their own, logically speaking, you know, when I mean everyone capable should be left to do what is best for them. If that happens, do you really think all these meta problems that we have right now will still be alive? Like all these problems will be dead because everyone will focus on their own struggles. If I am focused on my own struggle, someone else is focused on their own struggles, this other guy is focused on his own struggles, I ain't going to try to disturb him from trying to solve his struggles or go through them. I won't try to do it to the same to this other guy. Focus on my struggle, but if the guy needs help, he can ask me for help. I can maybe help push him if I could. But if I can't do that, I need to finish what I have to do. If I have an extra hand to help somebody else, then I do it. If I don't, I keep trying to solve my own problem before trying to solve someone else's problem. Fix your house before trying to go to someone else's house and try to fix it. You probably will not get it right. Because if you don't know how to fix your own house, you probably won't know how to fix someone else's house. I'm certain of it. Alright. I don't know if anything I just said was clear enough. I hope it was. Because I just had to probably say some of this stuff, I guess. I always write them on Instagram and stuff, like on my stories. I don't even know if it just goes over people's heads or anyone even reads it and thinks something of it. I don't know. I'll probably do more of these because I do write a lot. I do write a lot, but no one even sees it. But I'll be writing and probably just read it through videos. If you want to watch more, do what you have to do. I don't know, like this, comment on it, follow it. I don't know, just what you have to do. It's you and me.